Hi everyone, it's Ronita Baird, PEI's medium. Welcome to Angel Talk Thursday, and this week we're going to be talking about pendulums and how to use a pendulum for your highest and best to help you discover the yeses and the nos and the simplistic questions that you can ask with and using a pendulum. So I'm Ronita Baird, PEI's medium. I'm a professional psychic medium, angel therapist, as well as a Reiki practitioner and a theta healer. I do a variety of things. I offer private sessions, either in person or through Zoom video. Just so that you're aware, I will be in Mill River doing private sessions on Sunday, August 26th and Monday, August 27th. I have limited spots available, and if you're in that area and you wish to book, please email me at ronitamarybaird@gmail.com. You can go to my website, ronitaBairdPEI.com, and you can click on the Contact Me page, and it has all of my contact information there. So anyway, so I also want to make people aware of an upcoming event that's happening in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island this coming weekend. If you are a healer, if you are doing any type of healing modality that's energetic or otherwise, and you're interested in finding out what theta healing is, there is an introductory session, 2 hours, on Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. at Holland College in Charlottetown on Grafton Street. And you have to pre-register, and it's a $10 fee that you pay at the door. If you're interested in learning more about theta healing, you can Google theta healing, or you can go to the Facebook page, Theta Healing Institute of Canada, and contact them through that page. Please do not contact me. After this video is over, I will put the link in the comments section, and you are more than welcome to click over there and register, but you must register. Seats are limited, but I highly recommend if you are interested in expanding your own healing practice or learning more about theta healing and how it works, take in this seminar. Cindy Lou Wagner from Vancouver, BC is here on PEI, and she will be talking about theta healing and how it works. Anyway, very, very interesting, coming up this Sunday, August the 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Holland College on Grafton Street in Charlottetown, PEI. So before we get into the use of pendulums, I want to talk about the energy shifts. And if you're watching this video, share it with your friends so that they can see, and give me a thumbs up, say a comment so that I know that you joined me. So anyway, so we're going to be talking a little bit about the energy shifts that's happening right now. So there's a huge planetary alignment happening right now, and it's been like this since about the second week of July. And to compound that, we're in Mercury retrograde. Without going into detailed explanations about why this is in the solar system and why this isn't, and how it affects the solar system and the planets and so on and so forth, what I'm going to talk about is how the energy is impacting you. So right now we're being bombarded with this energy, and with this type of energy, it doesn't happen that this, and I mean, thank goodness it doesn't happen a whole lot. But when this type of energy impacts us, we need to learn to slow down. Right now is not the time to be making major life changes, major decisions of any sort. Right now, the energy is saying, sit still and just sit with the energy. Be peaceful in the moment. Don't plan too far ahead. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because you are pushing against that energy. So stop and just live in the day-to-day, the minute-to-minute, the moment-by-moment, until you begin to feel more peaceful. Because once you learn to let go of your control and just sit with the energy and just ride the wave, then you're going to start to feel more peaceful. After August 18th, the energy is going to start to dissipate slightly, and you're going to start to feel more at ease. If you've been trying to accomplish a lot this summer and you just haven't had luck getting anything done, that's why. Because the energy just is not conducive to getting a lot done in a short period of time. You're supposed to be resting. And that's what's going on right now. So wait until after the 18th to make any major life transitions, any major decisions, any moves, any shifts, anything like that. Hang on until after August 18th, and then you'll feel more clear-headed, and you'll be able to accomplish a whole lot more in a shorter period of time, because the energy will be moving much more fluidly, and you'll be able to move with that. All right, so now we're going to get into the pendulum. Okay, so pendulums are simply the movement of any object, whether it be a crystal. So this right here is a pointed amethyst crystal, which is one of my pendulums. I also have a clear quartz. I'll hold it over here so you can see a little bit better. This is a clear quartz that can be used as a pendulum. And if you notice, the common denominator is pointed, okay? As you can see that. But it doesn't have to be. But I'm showing you these because when you go into a crystal shop, you're going to find that a lot of these crystals are pointed. So and this is clear quartz. This is a necklace, just an ordinary necklace, a pendant that I often wear. It happens to have an amethyst stone in it. But this is something that you can use as a pendulum. In fact, any necklace. I could even use this if I chose to. And something else that you need to be aware of is that it doesn't have to be a crystal. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is simply a needle and thread. Let's see, I'll pull that so you can kind of see that a little bit better. There we go. There, a little bit better. So this is just a plain sewing needle on thread, and even that can be used as a pendulum. You can use a paper clip, you could use a safety pin on a piece of thread. As long as it has a little bit of weight to it, you'll be fine. It doesn't matter. Okay? So some people like the whole crystal use, and some people think that this is supernatural. It's not. It has nothing to do with being supernatural or any kind of. It's not supernatural in any way, shape, or form. All this becomes is an extension of you. It picks up on your energy, the energy that's around you, and then it moves. Now, what I suggest to people is that just like using an angel card deck, you clear it, because this has been handled by many people on the way to me. So you want to clear it of anybody else's energy, because you don't want anybody else's energy interfering with the questions that you have to ask. So you clear it, and then you bless it so that it will always answer questions for your highest and best. And then what I like to do is I like to call in a little bit of what I call a buffer zone to energy that exists in the world around me. So in other words, if anybody remembers going through Sears when they were open, you know, Sears, the perfume department of Sears or Shoppers Drug Mart or any place like that that sells perfumes, if you walk in there 24 hours later and you're walking by the perfume station, you can always get a little bit of residual perfumes that are still lingering in the air. Well, guess what? 24 hours after you've walked through the grocery store, there's residual energy from all of the people that walked there before you. And essentially, sometimes that energy can get stuck to you, and you don't want that to interfere with this as well. You want your connection with your pendulum to be crystal clear and perfect, and just in divine alignment with yourself, nobody else. So what I do is I call on a divine being to work with me and through me and the crystal for my highest and best. So a divine being like creator of all that is, God, universal love and light, an archangel like Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel or Archangel Sandalphon. Perhaps you like to call in the energy of Jesus or Buddha or Mother Mary or Kuan Yin. It doesn't matter. I would not call in the energy of my deceased father. That's a different story. So we do not call in our loved ones that are in heaven. Don't open that doorway unless you're a professional medium. Otherwise, then you're kind of doing like the Ouija board thing, and that's not good. No. So we don't want that for anyone. So stick with a divine being. So I usually go to creator of all that is, or God, okay? Whatever your terminology refers to, but you call in whom you feel most comfortable and confident working with. So we're going to start, and I'm going to show you the different ones and kind of how they work. So I'm going to start by using the this sculpted point amethyst. So I hold it in my hand, and I just ask, I'm going to ask that it be, I'm going to ask creator of all that is, that it is completely cleared of anybody, any energy that is not of love and light and doesn't align with me in my highest and best. Then I'm going to ask that this crystal be filled with divine love and light in all ways. And I ask that every question that I ask be answered for my highest and best always. And then I'm going to call on creator of all that is to work with me and through this crystal to answer my questions for my highest and best. And that's what you do. So whether it be this or your needle and thread, it doesn't matter, okay? All right, so all of mine are cleared. So we'll start with this one. So when you hold your crystal, you just want to drape it. So I'll show you here. You just want to kind of drape it very loosely over your 4 fingers, and just kind of take your thumb just to kind of level it out there. Now I'm going to, this is my right arm, which is quite sore, so I'm going to use my left. Usually I am right hand dominant, and I would suggest using your dominant hand to do this, but because I have a shoulder injury and I can only lift my shoulder so far, a little bit further today than last week, but I'm going to use my left hand, okay? And I'm slightly ambidextrous, so I'm not really concerned about this. All right. So now that I've set my intention, I've cleared it, I've charged it, I've called in creator to work with me, I'm going to ask the crystal to please show me a yes answer. Oh, so that's another thing. So with these pendulums, you can only get 4 answers. You can get yes, no, possibly, and silly question. Okay? All right, so here we go. So I'm going to ask to be shown what a yes looks like. So you can see my hand is holding still. And my yes, so my yes is for me. So usually it'll start to go like really, really slowly, and then it'll just kind of pick up speed. So my yes is usually left to right. So you get that little left to right. And then I say thank you. And you must always remember to say your thank yous, and then it will stop. And now I'm going to ask that the crystal show me what a no looks like. So for me, the no usually looks like away from me, like straight away and so on. And I'm a little bit wobbly here because it is my left hand. So like I said, use your dominant hand but because of my shoulder injury, I'm using my left, okay? All right, so there's a good strong no right there. So this direction for me. Thank you. Stops, right? Okay, so thank you. Please show me a possibly. So what will happen for the possibly is a circle. All right. Yeah, thank you. And then I'm going to ask to be shown what a silly question looks like. So usually for a silly question, the pendulum will remain still and it won't move. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of uppy-downy with the chain itself or whatever it is that you're holding there. But that's your silly question. Now, so you've got your yes, your no, your possibly, and your silly question. Now we need to talk about the types of questions that you can ask to get a clear answer. So one thing that I've been taught and I've learned through experience is that questions of the heart, romance, and love do not suit this. So you'd be much better off using an oracle card deck, like the angel card deck, for questions like that. And in particular, the romance angels oracle card deck, if you have questions about love, romance, and relationships. This is pretty simplistic in use. So your questions have to be somewhat factual based, and I'll give you some examples here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we start with a question that we already know the answer to. For example, okay, is my name Ronita? So there's your, and I have the chain a little bit on the long side here right now. I'll switch that in just a sec. But you get a yes, okay. And I'll switch to my right hand, see if I can hold. Maybe if I support my elbow, I'll be able to, because I feel stronger here with the right. Okay. All right. So I know that my first name is Ronita. Okay. Okay. So next I'm going to say, okay, is my first name John? So there's a big no. So no. Okay. All right. Thank you. And you might want to continue by perhaps 3 or 4 more questions until you're feeling confident that it's moving in the right direction. Now, for some people, some folks, it doesn't move for them right away, and that's okay. If it's not moving for you right away, your energy field is probably clogged. It's probably like you've kind of got the I haven't showered for 7 days or changed my clothing for 7 days kind of gunk, only instead of it actually being physical, it's actually on your auric field. So our auric field sits like right on the surface of the skin, and if you take your 2 hands like this and bring them really close together, you're going to get little energy pulses or electrical currents, and you're going to start to feel it in tingling on the inside of your hand. Now, some people can feel it a little bit further away, and some people a lot closer. If your energy field is a little bit clogged, you may have to go almost to your touching before you're feeling and sensing anything. So what can help with that is to just give it 24 hours, and in that 24-hour period, drink lots of water and hydrate your body, because you could be dehydrated, and take a sea salt bath, or get outside and go for a walk along the beach, or go for a long 30-minute walk in nature, and just cleanse your auric field. It's kind of like you've just, been walking through the perfume aisle in the department for 7 days straight, and all of the perfume is lingering kind of on you. It's like other people's energy stuck to you, and that's not good for using the pendulums, okay? All right, so we asked what the 3 or 4 questions, so perhaps another one. Okay, is my car blue? And it is. I do have a blue car. Thank you. Okay, so is my car purple? There's a no. Okay, so you want to do that until you're feeling confident enough that your yes and no's are coming through clearly and accurately. Then you ask it the unknown. So one of the questions I was guided to start with tonight is about my task. So here's the tricky part. It's asking the question properly so that you can get a really accurate yes or no, okay? So for example, next week is my evaluation of a cast. So right now I am non-weight bearing, and I've been non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. So I am hoping that after my appointment with the doctor next week, I will be able to weight bear, but I won't be going from a non-weight bearing cast just to barefoot. I'll have to go into either a walking cast or a boot, and so I've been told. So with this, I'm going to ask, is it in my highest and best good to go to a weight-bearing cast next week? Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so worried about that. I didn't do this all day because I was waiting till this moment to ask. That's a big yes. Yes. All right, because you know, I haven't been able to drive a car. And I won't be able to drive a car for a few weeks yet until you know, things really start healing up here. Okay, all right. So how are we off for time here? Oh, I'm in 20 minutes. Okay, so that that kind of gives you a very clear idea as to, or a beginning as to how you can use your pendulum. There are lots of great YouTube videos out there. There are lots of blogs out there about pendulum use. You have this now recorded, and what I do is this is easily played back on my Facebook page, and I always upload these videos to my YouTube channel as well, so that you can always have it and you can just click back and go. So remember what I said, you have to keep your questions based on fact. And you have to phrase your questions in such a way that it's going to be in your highest and best good to get your yes, no, possibly, your silly question, okay? So if you're asking questions about the heart, you're probably going to get a silly question. Okay, so let me show you here an example. So, does my husband love me? Okay, so see that? That's your silly question, because guess what? Next week we've been married for 28 years, and he's been waiting on me hand and foot since I've got my cast, and he definitely does love me. So you can see how that is like a silly question to ask when you already know the answer, okay? Okay, so will I be purchasing a brand new car this year? And that's a big no. So those are just a few ideas to help you along the way with your pendulum use, and I wish you all the best with that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them up there. And now it's time for message time for everybody. So I've been guided to start with an Archangel Michael message for everybody. So Archangel Michael is the supreme leader of the Archangel realm, and also Archangel Michael helps to guide us on our path and to give us confidence and courage when we need it the most. So let's see what Archangel Michael wants to say to us. And I can just imagine, because right now, remember what I said about that energy, and until the 18th comes and goes, you're kind of like just in the lull, no big changes. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, make a comment so that I know that you're here tonight. Okay, so innocence. So the prayer is, Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see all of your qualities of pure love and light, and that they're reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. So what this message is coming through to tell everyone is that you're at no fault here. This is no fault of yours or no fault of anybody's. This is just the way things are unfolding. You're not to be making big decisions right now. So hold off just for another week, week and a half, and then you can make your decision. This is not a time to make big shifts and changes. No, 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 no. Because the thing is that right now, you are innocent in all of this. The messages here, or the energy here, is all about just laying low. This is not your fault. This is just one of those things that we have to ride through. And the big thing, the big message that I'm getting for everyone is that, I just lost it there. I just need back here. Archangel Michael, pull it back. That this energy is not permanent. The situation you're in is not permanent, and all will be good. Like after today, all of this heavy rain we've gotten in Prince of Verdana, there'll be lots of rainbows coming, and we know that rainbows are a huge sign of hope and perseverance, and things are coming. The good times are coming. Okay. All right, so now it's time to pull a little, let's see, some messages for people. So I can answer a question, a simplistic question. I can give a message from a loved one in heaven. I need their first name in relationship to you, or I can pull an angel card for you. So whatever it is that you want, okay? Just make sure that you write it down for me. Okay. All right, so Nancy Ellsworth would like a message from her sister. Today is my sister Mona's birthday. Would love a message from her, please. Okay, so, all right, from her or for her? Okay, I'm not quite sure about that, so I'm going to leave that, all right? Okay, let's see. Okay, Angela Lalonde Collins. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but my light just flickered, so I'm assuming her sister's on the other side. But if you could write that again down further to verify that, I will do that for you, okay? Okay, all right, Angela Lalonde Collins. Okay, let's pull a card for you. All right, thanks for tuning in tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, that card deck was quick. Okay, all right, Angela. So the card that comes forward, this is one of my favorite cards from the Archangel Michael deck because I love the colors on this card. It's pay attention to your dreams. And the prayer is, thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand this situation on a spiritual level and give me guidance. You have this now recorded, Angela, and you can rewind it and write it down. And you should be saying this prayer and asking Archangel Michael to help you on a daily basis for the next 21 days. Now, this card clearly states, and I hear my Archangel Michael saying to tell you that Archangel Michael is working with you, shifting your thoughts and helping you move towards your goals in life. In other words, Archangel Michael is working with you as you're sleeping to shift and change things, to lend you his courage, to pull out any fears that you may be having, and help you to work through all of this strife and strive to get you on path as to what it is you're supposed to be doing. And I really feel like Archangel Michael is pushing you forward. So I don't know whether you're to go back to school or you're to shift your jobs or your position, but I really feel that this is something to do with career for you. So pay attention to those dreams, and you've got that prayer so that you can rewind it again and again and again. And remember, 21 days you say that. Okay, so I wish you all the best and leave you with that. Okay, so Carolyn Chivalry, I'm really curious about pendulums. Yeah, so they're pretty awesome. So like I said, you can even use a needle and thread, and it doesn't have to be a crystal. So you just have to always say, thank you, show me my yes, thank you, show me my no, thank you, show me my silly question, thank you, and show me my, or possibly, and thank you, and show me my silly question. Thank you. Okay, I'll move this up higher. Okay, so when it comes to asking your question, like I said, you can just use a needle and a thread. It is not supernatural anyway. It simply uses your own kinetic energy. So, okay, so yeah, so Carolyn, I don't know if you use pendulums or not to help, but something as simple as, okay, is it in my highest and best good to start taking vitamin C? That's a good question. That's because I take a really high quality vitamin on a daily basis. Okay, thank you. All right, is my vitamin C intake sufficient for my highest and for my optimal health? Okay, and then see how I just rephrased that question slightly to get my yes. Yeah. So there's just a couple more things just to kind of help you with that whole pendulum use and just to kind of get the whole like ooey part of it out. Like it's not supernatural, it's just an extension of your own energy. Okay. All right, Paulette Smith, I love my pendulums. Awesome, Paulette. Make sure that you're cleansing them and clearing them and yourself on a regular basis before you put them to use. If you missed the first part of the video, just rewind it. But 5 minutes after this is over, and just make sure that you're doing that for your highest and best because we want you to get the most out of your pendulums. We want you to really enjoy them. And we want those messages to be clear, very, very accurate for you as well. Charity Kelly, hi, any messages for me tonight? Yeah, sure, let's pull the card for you, Charity. Okay, I'm using the Archangel Michael Oracle card deck. Oh, okay, Charity. So we've got the energy healing work. All right, and then the prayer is, thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high-integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. The message that I'm getting to tell you about the energy healing work is that you need some energy healing work on you. As an earth angel, as somebody who does a lot for everybody else all of the time, sometimes the healer needs healing. And this card comes forward to say you need some healing time. So whether it is that you get a Reiki session or therapeutic touch, or you book a massage, or you go and get your fingernails or toenails done, please do something energy healing that will lift you up from inside, and try to get that over within the next week. Okay, because the healer, or the little earth angel that you are, needs some healing. Okay, it's time for you to start balancing that give and take in the universe so that you'll feel more peaceful. Okay. Okay, Brenda Hill, welcome, Brenda. Okay, Brenda, I'm being guided to pull from the Angels of Abundance Oracle card deck for you. So just give me a second here to get these cards out of the box. And, all right, let's see, Brenda. Ooh. Some cards wanted to come out here. Okay, there we go. There it is. Okay, clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. Let me repeat that. The heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life, because sometimes those two things get really intertwined and sit within us, and that's not healthy. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. What this card is telling me to tell you is no more procrastination, whether it's your debts or your financial debts, or whether it's an emotional guilt that you're holding on to. By putting it off, and not facing it, you're compounding it. It's growing greater and greater and greater. So you need to start looking at that right now. You need to filter that. You need to get rid of that. Face your fears. And Archangel Michael is the archangel to both help you to face your fears, to lend you his courage and the strength and conviction, and also to help you and encourage you in so many ways. So please call Archangel Michael, because I'm calling him to you right now to help you through the next week. Okay? Great. Okay, Angela Lalonde Collins, I'm not seeing a difference between each. I'm guessing that that's in regards to your pendulum use. Rewind and listen to the, you need to give it 24 hours, and during that 24 hours, hydrate yourself, because if you're dehydrated, your pendulum's not going to move for you. And also sea salt bath, or get out to the beach, or go for a walk. And that will, and then try it again tomorrow night. Don't be disheartened if it doesn't start working for you right away, okay, my love? All right, okay, let's see. Okay, Krista Griffin, I would like a message, please. Sure, Krista. Krista, you've got a lot of water energy, which means that you're a highly sensitive soul, and that's a good thing, because we need lots of highly sensitive souls in this world. Okay, let's see, mermaids and dolphins here for you, Krista. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, Krista, you got the Simplify Your Life card. The message is eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. Okay, simplify means less. So, you need to start decluttering. Declutter your closets, declutter your drawers, declutter your kitchen, but don't go at it like a workhorse, because remember, the energy is just not conducive to getting a whole lot done. So let's start with one simple thing. Choose one drawer and declutter. So get rid of those single socks, or anything that has a hole in it, or anything you haven't put on in 2 years. Declutter. Simplify, because the thing is that we'll often feel overburdened and overtaxed with life if there's a lot of stuff, physical things around us. It's kind of like this whole feng shui thing that's been around for centuries. It doesn't leave you feeling good. It leaves you feeling stuck in life. And nobody wants to feel stuck, and you certainly don't have to. So you need to just keep everything clear. Don't let things pile up around you, okay? So let's leave you with that. Paige Batchelor would love a message. Sure thing. So I'm being guided again to use the same card deck for you, my dear. which is the mermaids and dolphins. This is all about manifesting your dreams and your desires. There's your card right there. Oh, okay. All right. So you got the rest card. Okay. So you're one, just like myself, because I'm guilty of this doing this too. You have been fighting against the energy that we've had this summer, trying to do too much when the energy just isn't conducive to getting much of anything done. It's kind of like one of those summers where your feet are stuck in the sand and you just have to learn how to slow down. That's okay. So you've been working hard, take a nap, and get some rest. So again, what this card is referring to is that you're doing too much. Slow down. Otherwise, you're going to make yourself sick. The thing is if you don't listen to the energy and you try to push against it, the universe will work in a multitude of ways to make sure that you do slow down, okay? They could make you take a tumble and break your foot, and that'll definitely slow you down. But we don't want that for you. So make sure that you're listening and you're slowing down now before the universe gets involved. And otherwise, you're either going to do what I did or you're going to get sick. And we don't want that for you, okay? So let's ask Archangel Michael to be with you to help you slow down and to enjoy the slower pace, I mean. And if you have a chance to take a nap or a rest or get a little bit extra sleep, it will be really beneficial to you in so many ways. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Cindy Young, we just bought a house and the windows are rotten. LOL. The fellas are here to fix. Crazy that Archangel Michael would show right now. Yes, indeed. Okay. I'm just looking through here. Melissa Paxton would love to have a card pulled. Sure, Melissa. I would love to pull a card for you. There's a lot happening around you right now, Melissa. Your thoughts are like, choom, 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 choom. Don't suppose you're in a wedding or something, because it feels like you're really stressed. Like just a lot of things going on with you. Whoa. Okay. Okay, hopefully this is short-lived, but just remember that the energy is conducive to getting a lot done. So if you do have a lot to do in the next week and a half, it'll be a little challenging trying to work with this energy. So I'll ask the angels to be with you to make your road smooth and clear. So the card that I was drawn to pull for you from the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards is Unlimited Ideas. And your mind is one of God's infinite minds. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So remember what we said about, like, well, first of all, when I connected with you, like there was so many ideas and thoughts racing around you and in your energy field. Whoa. Anyway, but because you have unlimited ideas, what you need to do is you need to focus yourself so that you can actually accomplish stuff in the world. If we have a lot of ideas, that's actually wonderful. But if we don't have the focus to make it actually happen and bring it to fruition, that will leave us feeling very unsettled in a lot of ways. So number one, you need to be grounded on a daily basis. So if you don't understand what grounding is, listen to last week's video where I talk about grounding and how to work with the energy when you're highly sensitive. So staying grounded is number one for you. And then when you stay grounded, you're more focused and you're more able to take the necessary action steps to make all of your, to bring all of your thoughts and ideas into reality. So watch that you are staying grounded, and you find, and until after the 18th, and then you'll kind of find like you'll go, whew, Okay, so work on your grounding over the next week and a half, and then after the 18th, start bringing some of those ideas into reality. And you know, like, you're very, very creative, so go for it. It feels like you've got a lot of ideas there, and you could easily be have a little part-time business where you're working self-employment wise to you know, whether it be through Etsy or something like that. So yeah, so good for you. That's awesome. All right, let's see here. Okay. Sarah M. Kane, are there any messages for me from my father, Stephen, friend Steve, or my grandfather, Jim? How about we pull some messages from your father, Steve? Okay, would that be all right? Okay. All right, for Sarah. All right, so when I connect with your dad, I'm feeling a lot of love from my baby girl. I know that the month of August and October are very important, and Spirit will give me months. I know that the number 17 is very important as well. And I also know that I have to say a happy anniversary to someone in the family. I also have to let everyone know that when I went very peacefully. And I'm seeing him here in a truck. I don't know what he did for a living, or if he had a truck that was kind of special to him, but I'm hearing the word truck for some reason. And it might be an association to what he did for a living, not quite sure there. He's sending a lot of love to you, and he's calling you a true blue, which means that you're very true to your word and a person of deep faith. I know that there's a lot of music going on there, because like I'm seeing a piano keyboard as a pictorial image of having a strong connection to music. So I don't know if this is you or this is him that the connection is. And he's calling you very, very special to him. And he's watching over you. He's watching over you so much that he's really making sure that everything works out for you. And I don't know if you're building a new house, or you're looking at a new house or a new place, or you've just done that, but it feels like he's overlooking or overseeing that from heaven to make sure that everything goes really smoothly for you. I'm getting multiple kisses being blown your way, and I'm also seeing a birthday cake popping out. So I know that there's a happy birthday to someone that he wants to make me aware of as well. So let me just kind of talk about some of the messages that came through. So when talking to someone on the other side, the first thing that they're going to give me is they're going to give me a feeling and sense of their personality. So with your father, I feel like this was a man who was just like you, was very true to his word and very true blue, like spoke it like it is. And I feel someone who's almost a little bit reserved and quiet. The second thing is they're going to give me is evidential messages. So they're usually going to give me things like dates and so month and date. So when they give me months, 9 times out of 10, they're talking about a birthday or an anniversary. Sometimes it's the anniversary of the passing. And 1 time out of 10, it's a time, a month that there was something very special that happened with in their lives. When they give me a date like a 17, there can be a duality or sometimes a triple layer of messages coming through there, because they could be talking about the 16th, 17th, or 18th of any month as being that birthday, anniversary, or a very important celebration. They could also be talking about the one being January, the 7 being January 7th, or flip, the 1 being the first of the 7th month, which is July 1st. Sometimes they're giving me an age as to when as to the person who's remaining when they pass. So somebody being 17 years of age when they pass. So just bear all of that in mind so that when you rewind, and then after they give me the evidential stuff, then they will go into the watching over you, making sure that you recognize and understand that they're at peace. And he's very much at peace, please believe me. And they'll talk about elements and aspects of their life and your lives as well. So those are that's kind of the pattern of getting messages and receiving from Spirit, because those evidential messages are really important, because you want to make sure that you are connecting with that person, because there's no way I can be pulling stuff out of thin air. That you want to know that it is the person that's sending you all of this love. And please trust me when he says, and he calls you baby girl, and they will often call you baby girl when you are the baby girl. You're either the youngest girl or they perceive you as their baby girl, okay? So I leave you with that. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, okay. So I've got a question here. So I don't often have people asking questions, and I love doing new things like this. So Krista Griffin asked, is my husband going to get his permanent position this September? So ordinarily I would ask for his name, because that's like an instant DNA connection there. But through you, I'm going to quiet myself and ask the angels what it is that they're going to say here. So what I'm getting is that he's almost still looking for something. And if he's still looking, then he may be not quite ready to take that position on. And I don't know if you quite understand that, but what essentially that means is that I'm getting confliction within him. And if he's conflicted in any way, shape, or form as to, I don't know if I want, because I want a permanent position, but I don't know if I want the permanent position in that location doing that thing. Do you understand? So if he's kind of like holding out in case something better comes along, the universe hears that and knows that. So make sure you tell him to cut that out. If he wants that permanent position, he's to grab onto that full force, full tilt, and tell the universe that's exactly what he wants in that location, and he's going to love it. And I feel that once he makes that decision, and even if he's only in that permanent for 1 year, then he can make his jump to what he really, really wants, okay? So it could be an intermediary. Let's see, though. I'm going to pull a card on that, too. Okay, all right. Okay, so for that, I'm going to my Archangel Power Tarot deck, which is a little bit different because it kind of has a little bit more varied types of messages in it for you, Krista. Ooh, it is thunder and lightning right out my window. Oops, there's a message right there. Okay. So when the angels tell me something, the cards never lie, because the cards always just restate, and there's just no such thing as coincidence here. So I don't know if you can see this or not, Krista, but this is the Four of Raphael. Raphael is the healing angel, okay? And what the card says, everyone, is seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life and be aware of your own emotions. So remember the message the angel said before we even pulled this card? He's thinking, he may not even be aware he's doing that, but he's telling the universe something else. So if he wants that permanent position for financial stability for that family, you tell him to cut that out and to take it, and then within 12 months, then he can look and shift elsewhere with much more ease and be much more specific as to which way he's going. Because right now, the financial part is key piece for him, because that'll bring healing to your family. Healing, and I bet you there's 4 in your family. Anyway, there you go. So you can play this for him to say, okay? All right, thanks. I'm ready. Lots and lots of people here tonight. Okay, right. So anytime you want a message from a loved one, just their first name and their relationship. Nancy, I caught you just at the end. Hi, Ronita. Today is my sister in heaven. Her name is Mona. I would love to hear from her, please. So I don't know, Nancy, if you saw what happened in my office, rewind it, because I kind of took it to mean how you worded it the first time, that your sister was in heaven. And then when I kind of went past you, my light above here flickered. And when spirit comes really close to us, your lights will flicker, not because it's thunder and lightning, because it during this whole 45-minute segment, it only flickered that once when I went past her. So she's here and she wants to give you a message. So just give me a minute to tune into her. Oh, so okay, so I am hearing happy birthday, and I'm not sure what your message was, but I'm supposed to say happy birthday. I know that there's two people that have birthdays really close together in the family, because she's making me aware of that. I know the month of October is important, she says to say, and okay. And I know I have to say the month of August for some reason as well. I don't know, like, wasn't the other person October and August too? And I'm going to March too. It's almost like she's giving me all these months that are really important. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And I'm seeing a family ring with 5 stones in it and 1 in the middle. And sometimes when they show me a pictorial image, it's up to me to decode what it actually means. So I'm just going to say this really slowly so that you can see. So in my mind's eye, she just flashed me what appears to be a family ring. I'm seeing 5 stones and I'm seeing 1 in the middle. And I don't know if this is telling me that she's a middle child, or she has 5 in her family, or her family ring is still floating around somewhere. It could be either any one of those, but that's the pictorial image. And remember, when I'm seeing a picture of something, it's up to me to decode it. And those would be the 3 things. But because I don't know her and you, I'll leave it up to you to get that one. I'm seeing her reaching, I'm seeing her flash an image of reaching inside of her purse and taking something out. So it feels to me as if someone had her purse and they reached inside it and took something out of her purse that was really important and a special keepsake. And she's aware of this, and she wants everyone to know that she's aware of this. I'm seeing, she's showing me the image of a tombstone, and I'm seeing the month of April printed on it. And I almost feel as if this is, she's making me aware of somebody else that's on the other side with her, and this would be one of their dates, either their passing or their birthday. She tells me she loves her family. Because she was all about family. She shows me an image of dancing and singing in heaven, and when a spirit shows me that image in my mind's eye, that's because they were not able to do that when they were alive. Sometimes it can be an illness that really deterred their movement and their ability coming on the end of their life, and so she's showing me the singing and the dancing in heaven. And peaceful, oh, she's just having a ball, she says. Anyway, and she's a real sprite. Lots of energy in her when she's connecting with me tonight, and she's showing me a lot of her images through pictures. So sometimes spirit will show me a lot of pictures if they were kind of quiet in life, and sometimes I get, especially gentlemen that are on the other side, they tend to go on and on and on telling stories all the time, but she's showing me picture after picture after picture. So that means that she was a very deep thinker, and that she's showing me these pictures. So just so that you're aware of that. I'm also hearing I've been passed for a while now, and I think that's her. It could also be her bringing somebody else that's forward, someone else that's on the other side with her. And she says, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you to the moon and back. And I hear the word big sister. And you're special to her, because I feel her saying thank you to you for helping her. Please tell everyone that I'm singing and dancing once again. So usually it's tell everyone that I'm at peace and so on. But she's like, she wants her family to know that she's singing and dancing in heaven and having a great time. Okay? All right, so I will leave you with that. And my loves, we have come to an end for another Angel Talk Thursday. So I look forward to seeing you here next Thursday evening, 6:30 to 7:15, for lots of spiritual topics and lots of messages from our loved ones and pulling angel cards and so on. So I'm sending you off with so much love, so many blessings, and so many angels by your side for a positive and happy week ahead. Goodbye, everyone.